Hi everyone, back again for another reaction video, and this one is of Archive 81 once again, and this one is episode 7. So yeah, we're getting very close. Let's just get into this, huh? This one is called The Ferryman. I don't even know what that means, and I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to find out, hopefully. What the hell is a ferryman? Is it the guy that drives the boat back and forth to an island? I don't know, but I'm going to leave it at that because I don't want to know. I would prefer to just be stupid and just assume that. It's got a picture of this dude with a mask on as the episode's loading, so I don't know what the hell that is. I guess it's something to do with it. So I'm going to read the synopsis and then we'll get straight into it. So the veil drops from a cursed film's origins. At the Voss mansion in 1924, Iris recruits Rose for a blood ritual. Dan knows he must find Annabelle. Okay. Let's just go, eh? This episode's 40 minutes. Not as long as some of the others, actually. But let's go. See what I think. I love all these, like, really old school, intros or whatever. What the hell is that?
80.6 years, a comet sweeps through our inner solar system. For a few exhilarating...
I wonder if that's something to do with the mold or something. Did the comet actually crash into the Earth?
Crashed to the surface millions of years ago, leaving in its wake a coveted and rare gemstone called coronite.
I bet that's what that shit is. Yeah. I bet that's the shit that's making people lose their shit. Huh. There you go. It's starting to come together now. Creepy mouths, get out of here. Oh, that's the mask on the start of the picture at the start of the episode when it was loading. Ah, I see. That's where that's tying in. Get out of here, snake face.
Please find me. Please help. Please find me.
Oh, gosh, that would drive you insane if that's literally all he was hearing in his sleep. Was there blood in the back of his head? Oh no, this isn't frickin' Malevolent, is it? That reveal in that movie is incredible. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. I thought it was great. I might do even though I have seen it, I might do a reaction on that. At some point. Oh, gross, his teeth are all moldy and shit. Ugh. Don't you dare pull them out. Oh. Yeah, this is a nightmare in a nightmare. Yeah, I know your tricks now, show. Like Machine Gun. Oh, so this is... Hey, at least he's not chilling out in the bunker in this part of the episode. That's cool. In a different environment.
I'm afraid you pushed yourself a little too hard there, Dan. You collapsed from exhaustion. We provided you with medical attention and we got you back home safely.
That's a fucking lie.
He got knocked in the noggin. That's a bunch of bull.
That underground chamber that I found. It was the exact same room that was found in the basement of the...
I bet that they're going to say, oh, he hallucinated that, right?
The doctors did say you were hallucinating when they found you. Purposely destroyed a lot of very expensive equipment at my compound, Dan. You may think we didn't get it on camera, but you'd be wrong.
Ooh.
If you continue pursuing these accusations, I'll press charges.
Uh-oh. Well, that's it. Hey man, you can live your life. Just forget about it. Forget about it. He's not gonna let it go, is he? I love how he didn't even get to see him face to face. He just talked to him on video call. Ain't that interesting? I wasn't expecting this to be the start. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. I thought they would have had him tied up or something. But this actually makes a lot more sense. Who's that stumbling around in the dark?
Mark?
Hey! Oh my god, his reaction was great.
What did you get up to?
What did you get up to?
What did you get up to?
Instruction manual from a coven of witches called the Baldung.
That's the same symbol from the necklace, I'm pretty sure.
Of Calago.
And that's that statue, right? Yeah.
Remember that snuff film Samuel was trying to find?
He got a lot of shit.
His headquarters goes up in flames in 1924. Cult vanishes without a trace.
You know what actually the his friend, the sweater thing he's wearing, it looks like a type of design Wendy Torrance's character would wear in The Shining, or Shelley Duvall as the actress she wore. You know, there was certain clothing that she wore that was rather bizarre or unique, whatever. Yeah, that looks very much like that once again. A bit of Kubrick inspiration, perhaps, or maybe I'm digging too much into that. Anyway, let's carry on.
I don't know if it's a hoax or not, but
Ah, that looks familiar, doesn't it? Huh. Oh, they're jumping back in time? Righto. I mean, I think they did actually mention that, but that's really cool. I wonder what the production design's going to be like, actually.
Are you Rose?
That's really cool.
Yes. Be Rose.
Yeah, this reminds me of The Haunting of Bly Manor, the colour palette particularly. Probably it's a similar time period as well.
What about you?
I came here with my parents and my sister.
Oh, Annabelle's hair looks very familiar to her too. It wasn't curly though, it was very straight, but I wonder if that's why she got a haircut as well.
Do you have religion, Rose?
It's hard for me to believe in a God who would let my family die like that.
A lot of people will say that, like, they don't believe in God because of just the terrible things that happen, perhaps in their life, or the things that they see in the world. They're like, how could a God exist? It's definitely understandable.
Very special, Rose. I think you're capable of holding a whole new world inside of you.
Oh gosh.
I hope so, miss.
If only you knew that she literally means that. Is it that statue thing? Oh yeah. Hell yeah it is. Huh.
Not to mention the thinning of the veil between the worlds.
What worlds, miss?
Come, let's go greet our guests.
Just, you know, she's slightly just hinting at things. So just throwing little, you know, little treats at her, saying, look, you know, holding a new world inside of you, other worlds, you know, all this. Just throwing little things at her. Just, you know, inching it at her without just splurting it out.
I must confess, I've desperately wanted to be a part of your society for years.
You got a fan.
I want to be here for the return.
And so you shall.
Oh. Easy as that, huh?
A God who can grant eternal life, eternal wealth, eternal
No, of course.
peace.
It's always the same, or kind of. It's usually always the same thing that it grants you.
Unite us with the people we've lost, who can heal.
Sounds too good to be true. Probably is. Whoa, that mold shit's all over the floor. That's really strange. It's like whenever you worship this thing or whatever, it comes from that. Same kind of pattern
It's
too.
not a dream.
Yeah, just like, miss.
It's the fruit of our faith and devotion.
How do you know if you can control it?
He's calling to us.
If I were her, I would get my job done, and like that other dude, get the hell out of there. Just throw on the towel, you can work in some other house. Whoa. Wait, what the hell's going on with her? Oh gosh, is she gonna cough up that mold?
Did she promise you could hold a whole new world inside of you?
Yes.
You must come with me before it's too late.
Hey, uh-oh.
I'm going to save humanity from itself. From war, from poverty, from sickness.
No.
It makes more of that. When you'll stop wars, you'll stop everything. There you go.
We set it free and nearly destroyed everything. And now,
She's not gonna believe you because she's been devoted to this for so long. She's not gonna be willing to accept it.
Jonah.
Ooh.
What have you done?
So much stopping violence. Look, they just did it themselves.
for me, miss.
Man, so she's a sacrifice. Such a damn shame. If only she knew. Groovy music, I must say. Oh, the comments up there. That's some big ass telescope, something. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Together again.
That's not natural. Lives end, Paris. People die. And there is war, poverty, famine, and injustice. And humanity must find its own way through it.
Yeah, I don't think there's any cheat code to solving these problems of humanity. We just have to get through it through adaptation. And, you know, slavery many years ago was just the norm. But now we see that and think it's really messed up. So that shows how our minds have evolved over time. So, you know, just things that we think are wrong now in the future won't be there. Now, we may not see that for ourselves because it does take a long time for things to shift, but they will. A lot of the problems we have won't exist, you know, centuries from now. So now we're basically seeing what that video recording was showing, this thing. It looks like the King Kong one. Remember in Peter Jackson King Kong? The big turning thing? Looks very familiar, that camera. Yep, with the crank and everything. Huh. Oh, hi. Yeah, they're putting all the things on. Right. Yeah, not weird at all, hey. Looks pretty cool. I won't lie, how it kind of goes into the gaps. Huh. Oh, because she doesn't even know what she's saying, I imagine. Oh my gosh. Oh, she did that so clean. Just... I wonder if this other guy stopped it. He burned the house down or something. Oh, I wonder. Hello. Oh gosh. That's all that happened. Oh.
Right? Someone still alive from the Visser? Dude, I ran every single name you gave me. I got nothing. It's like they never fucking existed. It's like they've been scrubbed off the face of the earth.
What about Annabelle?
Best friend.
There we go.
Hi, I'm Dan Turner. We called about Annabelle Cho.
Oh, so this is like a mental hospital. I see. Oh, hello. They put a bit of like makeup on her to make her look older. I think it's still the same actress, so...
Are you Dan?
Yeah, that's her. They just put a wig on her. Does it look kind of like a wig to you too, especially the back?
Melody.
Oh.
She's been waiting.
Where?
Okay.
The other world. You need to get her out.
Okay. That's the end of the episode, isn't it? Man. Oh, wow, okay. It was still a good episode. I didn't know how to feel so much about, like, it was just more of the past stuff. I mean, it gives us a lot of context as to what's going on. And I think basically it makes sense now. Well. It seems like that comet is the creature thing of sorts, maybe? The god of sorts? Because from the mold and all that, that was some type of demon or something that came to Earth, and then from there, they come up with all these things about it. Right? I don't know. Something like that, perhaps. I'm actually not too sure. Because, like, so actually the girl, Melody, had nothing to do with it. She was just taken to the psychiatric hospital and that was the end of it, was it? She didn't actually even go back to the place. Huh, that's interesting. Or maybe she did, who knows? I guess we'll find out in the next episode. I did like this though. I think in regards to like how they made the period piece part look, like the older stuff, I mean, they were just always inside the building. They never showed any old cars or anything. But from what it looked pretty convincing, that part. But anyway, I'm going to go through my list of things I liked in this episode, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I just went through the list of things I liked, and it's actually not quite as many as the last episode, but there's still quite a lot here. So I'm going to go through it. I still think it's a really good episode nonetheless. I think just in regards to, like, one of the things I would say in a lot of the previous episodes was intrigue. But most of that is gone now, because we kind of know what's... basically get a sense of what's happening now. And it's just kind of like objectives now they gotta... or it's more just story now. It's not like, ooh, what's going on. We pretty much get the gist of what's happening now by the seams of it. Basically, it's this cult, and then they worship this god demon thing, and they're trying to, you know, live a eternal life with wealth and all this, like all that stuff, you know, bring people back from the dead, all that, right? And yeah, they're trying to sacrifice someone for that and all this. And then the mold is something to do with like the comet and stuff, I'm pretty sure. And like when you worship this thing, it kind of comes around, like the mold stuff kind of takes form, I guess. Because you're worshipping the thing, I think. That's pretty much, I think, what it is. Or maybe I'm wrong. Someone's going to completely correct me in the comments and tell me how wrong it is. But anyway, I think that's what it is. Anyway, let's go through the list of things. So the first thing is the acting. I think the acting from even the people in the past wasn't bad. Yeah, I thought they were pretty good. And yeah, just our main cast as well was, you know, the main dude and the his friend. I think they're particularly good too. Next thing, number 2, the music. I liked the music in this one. It was slightly different, I think, and it was more that kind of weird chanting music and this like music like that. So yeah, I think it fitted quite well. Next thing, number 3, is the story. I'm still liking where the story's going and all this stuff, so I think the story's still pretty solid. Number 4, the build-up. I'm still liking the build-up, and particularly with this episode with the girl and how she's like the sacrifice, and we know what's going to happen to her, and that build-up to that's like, oh man, you know. So yeah, I like the build-up of that, and then like even the build-up of like the mold coming on the floors and everything and all that. That was like, yeah, I think just the way that was all set up was cool. So yeah, I like the build-up as well. Number 5 is the concept, so the whole weird culty stuff and the way it's kind of all tying together, but just the stuff to do with the comet, the mold stuff, and then the music they use, just all that very interesting concept. Number 6 is the setting, so I like the setting, and it actually had to change the time period as well back to the old times. So that was kind of cool seeing it in a different light, and I thought that was cool. That was like the replacement of the hotel in this episode, was the actual old house that they did it in the first time. So I thought that was interesting. Number 7, I like the ending. I think the ending was good in this one, just kind of how it all tied together. And then like that girl's been like, man, I've been waiting for you for ages. I thought that was kind of funny. But just, yeah, like that just in and of itself was like, oh, okay. And then I kind of like that, another kind of ending of a bit of a cliffhanger, I guess you could say. But I'm cool with that because, you know, I don't think the last episode's going to be a cliffhanger. I really hope not. It's not some dumb cliffhanger. And then, like, wait for season 2. I'll be like, oh, come on. There might not be a season 2. And then you're stuck with this. That's one thing that bothers me about some shows. Is, like, if you leave it on a cliffhanger, right, and then you don't make any more because budget reasons or whatever, or you just can't get the funding, then you're stuck with that. And that's really annoying. But anyway, number 8, tied in with the ending. I'm intrigued to see more. I'm intrigued to see this last episode and see how it all ends up. Hopefully, or I hope it doesn't get left on a cliffhanger. That would be annoying. So, yeah, that's it. So there's 8 things I liked from this episode. The last episode, I think the last 2 episodes before him were 9 things. But that being said, the only real reason is probably just because I didn't add intrigue, because I feel like a lot of the things have been revealed now, and there wasn't anything else aside from intrigue that I thought I particularly liked. That being said, this is still a really solid show. Like 8 things is still a pretty good, you know, pretty good feat. It's a really good feat actually still, I think, in my opinion. Like in other words, for me, the number of things is like how out of 10 if you want to say. So this, for me, this episode was like an 8 out of 10 if you wanted to say. So that being said, when I say an 8 out of 10, I do give a lot of things like a 10 out of 10. But for me, a 10 out of 10 is not like perfect masterpiece. It's just like they did a lot of elements really well. And then it goes above that, you know. So for me, a 10 out of 10 isn't like this huge feat, you know. I think like there's a lot of people that like when they give something a 10 out of 10, they barely give anything a 10 out of 10. So it's like a huge point. But for me, it's not so much that. It's like a 10 out of 10, yeah, it's a really great movie or really great show, whatever, or really great episode. But for me, it's more about how high it ranks after the 10 as well. Like it's the number of things I like. And some movies I've got like over 20, and there's a couple 3 maybe that are like about 30 and over. So those are like really top tier movies for me, in my opinion. Anyway, that's my whole rating system. I can probably talk about that at some other point. Anyway, that's it for this video. Please share your thoughts and comments down in the comments below. And hey, if you've watched this video all the way up to this point, consider hitting the subscribe button and liking the video. I'd very much appreciate that. And yeah, that's it for this video. Catch you folks in the next one.